The Forgiven, starring Ralph Fiennes and Jessica Chastain, is a movie all about a divorced couple who are, well, basically on the verge of divorce, really, driving in Morocco to a friend's party that is going to be huge for rich people. And on the way, they run over a young Moroccan kid, and now they got to deal with the consequences. So I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this movie. Let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think of this movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And let's get straight into this review of The Forgiven. Okay, so The Forgiven. Look, I'm a huge Jessica Chastain fan. I think she's absolutely fantastic in the movie she does. She's in some of my favorites of all time, like The Martian. I think she's absolutely world class. Ralph Fiennes is world class as well. He is fantastic. You had Matt Smith in here as well. You had actually had a really decent cast in this film. Now, I didn't know much about it. I think I saw one trailer and I kind of didn't really know what it was going to be about or anything like that. But I was like, I'll go in, I'll watch it. Jessica Chastain, why not? I'll watch it. So I've just watched it, and I'll tell you right now, this movie felt very unsatisfying. It really did. I feel like the journey I went on to the conclusion that I got just was unsatisfying. It felt like it just ended. I was like, what's going on? Now, there are two main plots really going on in this film. There's one with Ralph's character, and there's one with Jessica Chastain's character. Because, you guys know, they're driving to this party, and they run over a young Moroccan kid who's trying to sell them fossils. And obviously, someone was driving, someone's not, so they're basically going to get divorced. It's the story with Ralph and what happened with him dealing with the consequences of running this kid over. And then Jessica Chastain has her own little sort of like self-discovery arc that kind of is like, okay then. I mean, it was weird because of the traumatic experience that they just had, that she did a full flip of like 180 and kind of turned into a bit of a SLUT. Let's just say that. She really is. Now, all the stuff happening with Jessica Chastain's character and at the party doesn't really have a purpose, in other words. The stuff that was the most interesting was the stuff with Ralph's character. His whole journey with that was probably the most interesting part of this movie, and was the one that I really cared about, that story. And that really, to me, was the whole title, The Forgiven, was the storyline. Where the other side, with Jessica Chastain and the whole party and everything like that, just felt like it didn't need to be there. This is a 2-hour movie, and it feels like a 3-hour movie. And I feel like if you cut majority of the sequences out with the party, then I think it would be so much better. It would be more crisp. It would be clean. It'd be sharp, short, brilliant. Get to the point. And then maybe you could fix the ending a bit more, because the ending kind of just didn't feel like it fit this movie at all, which was disappointing in my opinion. Now, yeah, so I don't care for all the stuff happening in the party. Like, that just, it felt very useless. And some of the characters there were kind of a bit of dicks and just like, I don't know. I get what they were trying to do with the whole white privilege and everything like that. Like, I get all that there. That was there for that, but it didn't need to be in this film. It didn't. It just hindered the film more than anything. But when we go over to the actual proper plot with the consequences of the actions of running this kid over by mistake, Ralph's character, which I believe is David, goes on this self-discovery journey about life, about people outside of him. Like, he's a rich white guy who doesn't know much about the world at all, and you just throw money at all the problems. But this time he doesn't, and he actually goes on this journey with the father, and it's actually quite interesting. There's moments where you think things are going to take a bad turn, and that you think, what's going to happen here? There's one character in there that's part of the Moroccan group that I actually really enjoyed as well. He was great. He was probably my favorite character out of the whole movie, and he's not even a main character. But there's this real self-discovery aspect for David as the character, and he comes around, and I thought the way that they were going to end it would it didn't make sense. The way that they ended it kind of was just kind of like, okay, so everything leading up to that still came to this point of what happened. And it felt very unsatisfying. I was kind of sitting there, I was like, right, interesting. They also did something very interesting in this film where they had the credits at the start of the movie rather than the end of the movie, which is very interesting because you're watching the start and it's showing the credits. And I had to think to myself, wait, are they showing the movie at the end here or is this the start? But no, they had all the credits at the start. And then it just ends. It goes the end. And then boom, done. So that was an interesting thing. I don't think I've ever seen a movie without the credits at the end. So that's something cool. The cinematography is gorgeous. It's a really, really good looking movie. I really like the locations. The oasis looked awesome. The whole desert looked incredible. It really, really did. There's this like underground bunker house thing that was cool as well. But I don't know. This movie felt flat for me. I normally would like something like this, like a grieving father has the choice to either forgive the man that accidentally killed his kid or not and like take up the revenge side. So that to me was a cool concept and it's an interesting concept that I really, really enjoy, but I don't think it worked in this movie. I really don't. I understand what they were trying to do, but I think the execution just wasn't there. It really wasn't. I think you really had this opportunity on the car journey as well to really hammer out some things. I just don't think the father and David talked enough and actually come to an understanding at the end. I really don't think it felt like there was still something that David could have probably done. I felt like there was an opportunity for that, but they just didn't do that. So it's unfortunate for me, and that's what really hindered it for me. Was it just a lot of potential, but just didn't live up to that potential. And that hurts me when I see a film like that. It's like you see so much potential in a film that could be absolutely fantastic, have a great message about it, and really dive into the forgiveness sort of side of things. As the title says, the forgiven. But then it doesn't actually get there. It falls very short of it. And you're kind of sitting there like, you had it, but then you dropped it. Like you were there. The line was right there, but you got tackled at the 10-meter line. Just in front of that line. You just got tackled just before, and you were so close. You're inches away from actually getting the point, but you just didn't make it. So for me, The Forgiven fell short. I wouldn't say it's a horrible film. It's okay. It's probably not one I'm going to rewatch because it felt very, very long. The pacing just didn't work, and that's all because of that whole party side that they're showing that had no real relevance to things going on. It was just a personal journey for her character that never came around full circle to what actually happened. Like, she never comes back to the trauma that she's experienced from killing a person. Like, it never came back around. So, that's just me. So, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Smash it down below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. See you guys next video. Till then, stay safe. Peace out.